Hey everyone, this is Mr. Pizzullo and we are working with 5th grade right now. This is going to be ukulele time. So what we're going to do, when we left class, last time we were working on ukulele, we were working on our scale. We were working on playing the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All right. Maybe you got that down, maybe you didn't, maybe you need some more practice, maybe you want to move on to something else and come back to it, that's fine. Because today we're going to talk about chords. All right, you're going to learn 3 chords. And I'm going to show you how I uploaded some content on Quaver Music that will help you learn these 3 chords. So let's start with C. Chord of C major. You take your 3rd finger. Remember, it goes 1, 2, 3. Take your 3rd finger. You're going to put it on the 1, 2, 3, the 3rd fret of your A string. Now you could put your 1st and 2nd finger on the 1st and 2nd fret to help you figure out where that is, because you don't want to look at it. You want to make sure that you're trying to feel where that is. So when you got the 1, 2, 3, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on your A string, just take your thumb, strum down the strings, and there is your C major chord. Okay? That's chord of C. Now, you want to do some exercises with just C. You'll go down, up, down, up. There's a lot of different ways you could strum. For right now, just go down with your thumb and up with your finger. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Do that like a million times until it feels comfortable, and then you can put some tempo to it. Now what I'm doing is down, up, down. And you can put together any kind of strumming patterns. But, chord of C. The next one, you're going to put your 1st finger on the 1st fret and the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, okay? Now this is going to be your E string, and that's going to be your G string. So this is what your F major chord looks like. And you do the same strumming pattern. You go down, up, then down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up. And that's the chord of F. So now, practice back and forth. C, maybe do that 4 times, and then go to F. Maybe do that 4 times, okay? So C to F to C to F until you get comfortable with that. And then the last chord, this is the granddaddy, the poobah of them all. This is the trickiest, but you can get it if you just practice a little bit. In the chord of G7, so that's a G major 7 chord, what you're going to do here is you're going to put your 1st finger on the 1st fret. And then you're going to make a triangle with your other 2. So this is going on your E string, and then this one's going to go on the C, and that one's going to go on the A. Your 2nd and 3rd fingers are both going to cover the 2nd fret. So it's going to look like this. Dominic, my cameraman, is getting a lot of really good close-ups with that, okay? Maybe not that close. So that's your G7 chord. It's also a good idea to practice these by just strumming each of the strings kind of slowly until you get it to all sound good. If you're hearing this sound, that means you're not putting enough pressure on the strings. Make sure that you've got your thumb on the back of the neck like that so that you could push pressure and you're kind of squeezing the strings between the neck and your thumb. And that's going to be your G7 chord. Now, when you get those 3 together, you could go from C to F to G7. Now, a lot of songs are based on those 3 chords, okay? So just practice. And I'm just doing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strums on my C. Then I'm going to switch to my F. Same thing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then see if you can get to that G7 smoothly without making any pauses or breaks. And then back to C. When you get comfortable doing that, you could try some more creative strumming patterns to make it sound more like a song. All right? Now, that's a lot of information, and I know you probably didn't get it all at once. So when we look at Quaver Music, what I've done is I've helped you by putting some really cool practice aids into the Quaver Music assignment tab. So remember, logging in, what you want to do, I think all of you guys are doing it with underscore last name, first name. Your password should be your student ID, and then the Quaver code. I know most of us may have forgotten that because we're just signing on, but if you're in Miss Magnifow's class, your Quaver code is DSB9B. And if you're, I'm sorry, Miss Magniflaw's class is BSB9B. Miss Labrador's class is S4KYJ. So that's what you're gonna put in for the quaver code, and that will take you to your assignments.
Have a good second to memorize those quaver codes.
Thank you, Dominic. I'll put them up again. Oops, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Miss Magnifrow. D is in dog, S is in Sam, B is in boy, 9 is in after 8 before 10, and B is in boy again. And then Miss Labrador, S like sky, 4 like the number 4, K like carrot or kitten, that's a better one. Y is in yo-yo, and J for Jackson. Okay?
Kitten. Wait, where did kitten go?
He's over there by the thing. He's
Kitten.
right now.
Kitten.
Technically, it's a cat.
Cat. Kitten. Cat.
All right, so once you're all squared away with that, you'll hit enter, and that will take you, if you're running Flash, it'll take you to Quaver Street. If you're not running Flash, and I'm gonna do it without Flash because that's probably what most of you are doing, it's going to take you right to your student dashboard. So you go to your student dashboard. Did I click that?
Da 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 da.
That's working. All right, so you'll go to the assignments folder. And then after you click on assignments, it will take you to a very special, let's say, we'll just do Miss Labrador's class for now. It'll take you to an assignment called Ukulele Chords. You're gonna click on that. And then when you hit the launch button down here, there's gonna be a series of screens that you could use to navigate through some helps, or some helpful videos and diagrams and interactives that will kind of work you through the process that we just talked about. So the first thing you'll see is the ukulele tuner. If you've got an ukulele and you need some help tuning it, this will help you get all of the strings in tune. There's your E and there's your A. Then if you look down at the bottom of the page, you see that next button. If you hit the next button, that's going to take you to the next screen, which is going to be the ukulele video that we watched in class. That's a great way to remember some of the things. If you forgot some of the things that I've taught you, it's all in the video. It also gives you the chord diagrams so you can see how those work. And then the next screen is going to be a note and chord guide. That's going to help you remember where you're supposed to put your fingers on the fret. So if you want the chord of C, you click on the chord of C and it'll show you third finger, third fret on the A string. Okay? If you want the chord F, it'll show you first finger on the first fret of the E string, second finger on the second fret of the G string, and finally G7, that's our tricky one. First finger, first fret of the E string, second finger goes on the C string on the second fret, and your third finger is gonna go on the A string on the second fret. And there's your G7 chord. And then finally, the fourth screen is going to be a song that'll help work on those chords. I think the one we picked was the Ukulele Shaky. So there's your chord of C, chord of C, chord of F, G7, G7, C, C. So you could work maybe just a C chord. You'll just play that whenever you see C. If you're not cool with going the transition from C to F, just skip those. And then you can play the C's again. Then maybe just work on the F chord and you just play that when you have the F's, and then of course the G7. So there's lots of different ways to work on this. If you want to navigate between the screens, just click down here and it'll show you, there's the 4 screens we've got. And that should keep you busy for a bit. Now, the next thing, if you do not have an ukulele at home, shoot me an email and keep it that way. If you don't have an ukulele at home, shoot me an email, and what I could do is see if we can make arrangements for you to get one of the schools to borrow. Okay, can't make any promises yet. We still have a lot of, there's gonna be a lot of logistics with that. It might not be able to happen, but if you do have an ukulele at home, those are some things you could practice. If you don't and you want one, shoot me an email and I'll see if we can make arrangements to get you one of the school's ukuleles you could borrow while we're out, okay? So that's it. If there's any questions, again, I'm checking my email every day, so I'll try and get back to you the same day if I can. I've had a lot of emails and gotten a lot of feedback. Also, don't forget to check out, where you're on the YouTube page, there's some, in the first video that I sent, there's some other resources there, some cool free concerts that you could check out. The San Francisco Symphony's got one, and then there's also another free concert series that's being offered through the Berlin Philharmonic. So check those out. Those are some things you can do to keep yourselves occupied with music in the time that we're missing. So I hope hope you guys are all well. Missing school. I'm getting anxious to get back. I'm sure you all too. And hopefully we'll get back to normal pretty soon. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Keep checking the YouTube page. I'll be posting stuff from time to time. Okay? Everybody stay well. Bye-bye. Dominic's gonna play us out with some music. Oh, I forgot to say hi to our cameraman. Say hey to our cameraman Dominic for helping us out. That's the ukulele shake.